Maraming salamat.
Thank you po, Tito Boy.
Thank you for doing this interview.
Of course.
Paglabas ng vlog mo, I'm talking about a 14-minute vlog, I reacted on my television show, Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Ang kaibigan kong James Reid reached out. Nag-usap kami. We talked about the possibility of doing this interview, which is happening right now. Ang dami nang nangyari. Ang dami nang nasabi. Right now, why did you decide to do this interview?
Honestly, at first, ayoko po. I didn't want to do it because I didn't feel the need initially to further explain my thought process. But I started having feelings of regret kasi there were so many different interpretations of what I said, and I just felt the need to further explain myself because it was getting so noisy and so many different thoughts and opinions were coming in. So I felt like I needed to defend myself.
I'll go to the vlog. Okay. After I saw it, my reaction was that I was disappointed because I felt parang bakit dinisregard ni Liza yung kanyang nakaraan. It's okay to rebrand, it's okay to redirect, but don't forget where you started, because you got to where you are because of the people who helped you, because of everything that had happened. I remember saying, good or bad, got you to where you are today, and nothing is ever wasted. And then I said, journey in gratitude. Para sa mga fans, para sa mga managers, para sa mga taong sumuporta sa'yo. What was your reaction?
Na-hurt ako kasi feeling ko of all people, ikaw yung makakaintindi. Because, you know, I see you as one of the wisest in the industries, and sa dami ng napagdaanan mo with different personalities, parang you always saw things for what they were. And parang ang paniniwala ko, your judgment isn't clouded by the noise of the media, by what the fans say. So parang I felt misunderstood by you. But then nung nag-usap naman kayo ni James, he talked to me after and inexplain niya sa akin yung thought process mo about everything, and I understood your point. It really did make sense to me, and so yeah, that's why I wanted to have this conversation with you.
Right.
Yeah, we can come to terms.
Thank you. And I wanted to share with you my thoughts. Kasi ang nakausap ko lang si James. Wala ako masyadong alam about the nuances of your story. All I knew was, I remember saying on the show, gusto ko magsalita bilang manager. Ang naranasan ko kasi, pag halimbawa nag-uumpisa ka, and then pag swinerte meaning everything worked, you know, the hard work of the artist, the hard work of the managers, the timing was correct. Lumalaki yung artista. And then I call it the power base shifting. When an artist becomes bigger, the dynamics changes. When you became one of the biggest stars in this country, didn't the dynamics change? Hindi ka ba nakapagdikta, nakapagsabi na ito ang direksyon ko, ito ang gusto kong gawin, ito ang gusto kong puntahan? Didn't it happen that way?
I would say the power dynamics did shift a bit. Naranasan ko naman na I was given some right to kind of approve certain things that were going on in my career, but I was never empowered na mag-isip on creating or sharing ideas of how I could bring my career, grow my career, or bring it into a different direction. Parang before, concepts, movie concepts, endorsements were always pitched to me, and they would give me their recommendations. And for me, nag-start po kasi ako na bata pa lang ako, and wala po talaga akong alam sa entertainment or showbiz. And all the knowledge that I have now and came from my experience growing up in showbiz. And so everything that I knew was based on what other people in the entertainment industry taught me and what the industry demanded from me. So even my perception of things was all dictated by what I grew up in, the environment I grew up in, and the experiences that I had. So yes, I may have made some decisions for myself. I may have agreed to doing certain things, but I wouldn't say that they were completely my own. Kasi I had fans to cater to. I had a family to provide for. I had people in the industry that I wanted to impress or make proud. And so I didn't grow up learning how to choose things for myself and really, deciding on what I want. It was always dictated by, would people think this is what's right for me?
Ang dating sa akin kasi ngayon, Liza, is that creatively, you wanted to do more. Oo, ipinipitch. Oo, sinasabi sa'yo. But, in spite of, hindi masyadong pinakikinggan ang boses mo pagdating sa creatives. Am I getting it right?
Yes.
At what age was this? 16, 17?
When I started realizing na meron akong mga gustong gawin, when I started having, kind of using my voice and asking for certain things, it didn't start till after I left Darna, actually. Pero,
Which was what? A couple of years ago, mga
2019.
2019. Okay.
Yes.
So before that, tama ba ang pagkaunawa ko na ginagawa mo lang lahat ang sinasabi sa'yo?
Opo, kasi masunurin naman ako. And
Correct. Oo.
alam ko that everybody that was part of my journey, everybody that I worked with, Tito Oji, ABS-CBN, Ken, the management, they're all knowledgeable in what they do. They're all very experienced in showbiz.
At
and they know
ina-acknowledge mo yan na natulungan kanilang lahat.
Opo.
And up until 2019, nakikinig ka lang, pero hindi ka nagsasabing, hey guys, I'm thinking about certain things. Hindi pa.
Hindi po. Let me clarify this though.
Okay.
So, I started when I started really falling in love with acting, merong mga moments po, like sa taping. This is just in taping. This is not management level or anything. With the script, when I started really understanding how acting works, started understanding character development and everything, meron pong mga times na I would talk to the director, I would talk to the PAs, I would talk to the writers and be like, sa tingin ko po, hindi sasabihin ng character ko to. Hindi gagawin ng character ko to. And sometimes they would negotiate, like they would say, no, kailangan talaga ito yung mangyari para sa gantong trajectory ng character mo. Pero, I didn't know that behind my back, actually a really close director friend of mine told me na they would talk about me behind my back during pre-prod meetings and call me little producer. And so, ever since after that, parang I felt like I didn't have the right to bring these up kasi feeling ko na-offend ko yung mga tao sa paligid ko, which was not my intention. But I thought as an actor that was my job also to do. To question, to help improve the story, to be collaborative.
Didn't you raise this with management? Hindi mo ba kinausap si Tito Oji, ang Star Magic, your management na this is what's happening on set? Nagsumbong ka ba?
Nagsabi po ako kay Tito Oji. But then, dahil hindi ko po masabi kung sino ang nagbibigay ng information sa akin na yun, we can't really do anything about it.
So you decided to just
stay quiet.
So after you heard that feedback, you stopped, you backed off.
Yes. Kasi naisip ko baka ganun lang talaga ang showbiz. Like,
Okay.
I didn't know anything else beyond that. So, maybe, iniisip ko pa nga, maybe ako yung rude for questioning the creatives' decisions.
Okay, but you were not happy.
It's not that I wasn't happy, but I also wasn't fulfilled.
Okay. And you wanted more.
Yes.
You wanted more participation. As you said, it was more creative participation na gusto mo sana.
Or I just wanted to feel heard or listened to.
You didn't push for it.
No.
You know why I'm saying this? You know why I'm asking? Because, I would read your posts during a few years back. I mean, on things that are not even creative. But you had very, very strong opinions.
Yes po.
Pero ito yung mga bagay na hindi mo inilaban ng gusto.
Yes. Kasi
Why not, Liza?
takot po akong makaapak ng tao. Takot akong... I don't like disappointing people. I don't like creating enemies. And I'm a people pleaser. So, hindi ko kaya pag people feel bad, have bad feelings towards me.
Pinilit ka ba mag-artista? Are you grateful that your name is Liza? Do you regret? And if you regret anything, what is it? I want to go to some parts of the vlog para klaro yung reaction mo, klaro yung reaction ko, at klaro yung reaction ng sambayanan. I'd start with this quote. The pandemic was the first time in my life where I was allowed to stop and be still. This forced me to think. I didn't have a childhood, nor did I have the chance to grow and become an adult on my own terms. I've been working for 13 years, starting when I was only 12 years old. I had always been told what to do, what to wear, what to say, and what not to say. I know this was for my own good. It was to protect me and my career, but it was a career that I had no say in. A career that in many ways wasn't mine. I didn't even choose the name Liza. It was chosen for me. Isa-isahin natin. This sounds like a strong complaint.
For me, I was just stating facts. Lahat ng everything that I broke down, I was breaking down the journey, and so people understand where it is what point I am at in my life right now. I was literally just saying that I started as a child, so hindi po ako nagkaroon ng chance, pagkakataon na mag-grow into myself as an adult. I didn't get to experience things that normal kids get to experience because I started working at an early age, and hindi po normal yun. It's not a normal thing, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate. Maraming bata na napilitang magtrabaho ng maaga para maging breadwinner para sa mga pamilya nila. And that's exactly what happened with me. Hindi ko po pangarap maging artista. I had to be an artista para mapaaral ko sarili ko, para mapaaral ko kapatid ko, para mabuhay ko yung family ko. And I think that's one thing na hindi alam ng maraming tao. I think that they assume na gusto ko maging artista ever since I was a kid, which is not true. Kasi it came out of a place, it came from need, a necessity. I needed to make money for my family. Yes, I admit, I agreed to everything that was happening because yun ang nakakabuti para sa akin. And this is not about what's right or what's wrong. It's just, I didn't get to grow up normally like other people, and I'm not complaining. I'm very grateful for everything that I experienced because dahil dyan, napaaral ko sarili ko, nakatapos ako ng high school. Dahil dyan, nakabili ako ng bahay para sa family ko here in the Philippines and for my grandparents that are living in the States. I'm so grateful for that kasi I was able to do things that at such a young age that I would have never been able to do if not for this job, if not for ABS-CBN, for Tito Oji, if not for Ken. Diba? Pero I just needed to state that I didn't get to become or discover myself on my own terms. I had to do it with the whole country looking at me and other people telling me what was good for me and what was not good for me.
Pinilit ka ba mag-artista?
And that's hard to answer. So, there's a little backstory to this. Nung 10 po ako, that's when I first came to the Philippines. May lumapit na po sa akin para mag-going bulilit. And me and my dad, John, the one that lives here in the Philippines, we had a really big fight. Kasi ayoko, I was a very shy girl. I was very boyish, didn't know how to speak Tagalog, and wasn't honestly expecting na magtatagal po ako dito sa Philippines. Akala ko babalik din po ako kagad sa States. Pero nagtagal po ako dito dahil nagkasakit yung lolo ko sa States. The ones that I call mommy and daddy, my parents. And hindi po nila ma-afford na ibalik kami ng kapatid ko sa States. And so, I was forced to work because I wanted to go back to the States.
Yun ang dahilan kung bakit pumasok ka sa pag-aartista. Pinilit ka ng pagkakataon.
Yeah.
Kasi doon nung pagkasulat mo, yung pagkagawa mo sa vlog, ang dating sa akin, parang hindi nga ako tinanong eh. Ang pangalan ko nga, Hope, ngayon Liza na. So it a bit sounded like a complaint, which now I'm starting to understand because what you're trying to say, no, I'm just stating a fact. Okay?
Yes po.
Pakipaliwanag yun, Liza. Are you grateful that your name is Liza?
I am. Kasi, ang gusto ko po, actually, I'm very grateful na meron akong Liza and meron akong Hope. Kasi, I feel like I have two different lives that I'm living, and I'm able to separate the two. I'm Liza as a professional actress, as a professional entertainer, as an advocate and everything. She's the persona that I have when I'm facing the public. But when I just want to be alone, when I want to be me, I'm Hope. When I feel like Hope carries my heart,
Okay.
but Liza carries, like, is just the face of Hope.
I get it. When you look back, you've lost, but you've won in a way. Do you regret? And if you regret anything, what is it?
I don't regret anything.
Okay.
Wala po talaga.
Buo yan tinatanggap mo.
Opo, buo ko yan tinatanggap.
I want to move on to the 13 years, 25 years old. I was never asked for my inputs. 6 na feature films, 500 episodes of teleseries, 3 genres, romance, comedy, and drama. 16 years old, 1 main co-star, same production company, rotating around 3 directors. I was never asked for inputs, thoughts, or ideas. Inuulit ko lamang ito. Again, Liza, it sounded like a protestation. But you became a superstar.
Yes. After hearing your thoughts on that, I believe that I could have explained myself better. I won't take that back though. What I said is true. Those are all facts. I was just stating facts and trying to help my fans, my family, my friends, everybody that was questioning my decisions, why I was changing. I needed them to understand that this is everything that I have done in the previous years.
It was an enumeration.
It was an enumeration.
You were not complaining, you
I
were
was
not
not
protesting. Okay.
Yes, kasi I think I felt like they were forgetting that, especially, you know, the Liz Ken fans, they were complaining that there was no more Liz Ken. And I totally understand that. They love us, you know, they want to see us together and everything. And I totally understand that, and I felt for them. So I felt the need to explain myself why I wanted change, because I wanted to grow. And I needed to enumerate everything that we did for them to better understand that, hey, I did do all of this. We did do all of this. ABS, CBN, and Liz Ken and I gave this to you guys. We put in a lot of hard work so that we could build this love team that you guys all fell in love with. But now it's time for me to grow as an individual.
That's what you wanted to say. I want to move on from where I am.
Yes, I don't want to forget. I do not want to disregard that.
You're not forgetting. You're not disregarding. Because that's the other way around. To our mind, without this explanation, ang iniisip namin bilang mga fans ay, nagbibilang siya, 6 lang, 3 director lang, pero ang laki-laki niyang pangalan. That's where we were coming from.
Hindi po. Hindi po ako nagko-complain.
Alright.
I loved all the directors I worked with. And for a time, yun lang
This
yung
was
gusto.
some of the best directors of ABS.
Yes.
Yes.
And for a time, yun lang yung gusto ko. So this was all before 2019 when I had that change in my mind. I only wanted to be in a love team. I only wanted to work alongside Ken. I only wanted to work with these 3 directors that I was enumerating. I only wanted to work with these creatives because they were the reasons, in my mind, and to everybody's, you know, what everybody thinks of me is, they are the reason for my success. And that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly how I felt. I was scared to go beyond that because I thought that kung paghihiwalayin kami ni Ken, kung hindi na kami love team, hindi na ako successful. Kung hindi itong 3 director na to ang makakatrabaho ko, hindi kikita yung film. Hindi maganda yung film. And I think, looking back, that mindset that I had, that notion that I had, was wrong. Because, yes, magagaling silang director. Yes, napasikat nila ako. Yes, they made my movies, my TV films successful. Pero hindi ibig sabihin nun that other directors and creatives aren't capable of doing that. They just need an opportunity.
But you take full responsibility of the choices.
Yes, of those choices.
All right. Nabasa ko rin na in the last 2 years, correct me if I'm wrong, ay hindi na kumukolekta ng komisyon si Tito Oji mo. Is that right? Is that wrong? May tampo ka kay Tito Oji.